Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a classic dusty lo-fi beat from scratch on FL Studio. So classic dusty lo-fi is where lo-fi all began, like 10, maybe even 15 years ago. Regarding classy dusty lo-fi, you gotta take everything that you know about modern day lo-fi and pretty much cast it aside. At least like 80 to 90% of the things. Whenever I'm making sleepy lo-fi beats and other modern day lo-fi beats, I always stress on the word variations. Like you need a ton of variations. But for classic old school lo-fi, they still follow the same formula to this day. Classic dusty lo-fi tracks are like a minute and a half usually, very short songs, and they're pretty repetitive. They loop the same melody from the beginning to the end, and there's basically no other melodies or counter melodies that are introduced throughout the song. It's all about the laid back groove, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. So first, to make a dusty lo-fi, we need to find a sample, and for that I'm going to be going into the Tonify Lo-Fi bundle, specifically their Ember Lo-Fi Melody Loops pack. I'm choosing that. Now to have some fun with it, load it up onto SliceX. If you don't know what SliceX is or how to use SliceX, I made a video last week breaking down exactly that. I'll link it up here, so go check it out. I've made some markers throughout the sample, and I'm just gonna try and find a cool sample chop.
A few moments later.
Clean this up a little bit, and that's what I meant. So now I'm going to show you the comparison between the actual sample and the flip that I made. This is the actual sample. And this is the flip sample that I made. You can tell it's kind of the same melody, but rhythmically, it's completely different. So we'll just get rid of the sample, and this is what we're going to be working with. So it's just going to be like a minute of this melody repeating, but I do like to switch things up a little bit because this can be a little bit repetitive. So just for my sake, I'm going to come up with one more sample flip, just to add in the middle so we can spice things up a little bit. Okay, so this is the second pattern that I made. Now, let's move on to the most important part of a dusty lo-fi, a groovy drum pattern. According to me, you can go two ways. You can go for the crunchy drums or the crispy drums. What is that, you ask? Let me show you, because I don't think I'll be able to explain to you even if I wanted to. So the past 2 days, I made a couple of jazzy songs. One song has crunchy drums and the other one has crispy drums. This is a song with crunchy drums. And this one has crispy drums. Crispy drums are more in the higher frequency. They sound exactly what they're called, crispy. And crunchy drums, they occupy more of the mids than the highs. I personally like crunchy drums more because they're just they're pleasing to the ear. That's crunchy. Gotta find a kick to match. I want to swing the kick a little bit, you know, to make it a little bit more groovy, but then I can't really find it. So I'll make the hi-hats first. Move it one step to the right. And the velocities, we're just gonna lower the second ones. Swingy. The reason why I said make the hi-hats first is so now we can just align the kick with the hi-hat. Right there. Right there. Groovy. I'm gonna layer another snare just for the fun of it. I want it to be as crunchy as it can be. And this is gonna take the crunchiness to a whole new level.
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Now let's add a groovy bass pattern. I love this. So key to a good bass line in dusty lo-fi is to just follow the kick exactly. The kick and the bass are just locked in. Do not follow the bass line of the main melody. It just won't be groovy enough. The bass line has to have its own part. Messed up at the end over there, but till then it was going pretty good. Make sure everything is tight. To make it sound the best, have the bass line start when there's a kick and cut it off when there's a snare, like this. And always remember to sidechain the bass to the kick. Sometimes it's also good to sidechain the melody to the kick. Now I'll show you some of the variations that I like to add. I know I said at the beginning that variations don't really exist in these kind of songs, but then you don't want it to be a repeating loop for like 2 minutes. That will be boring. So I'll show you what you can do. You can leave a break at the end of the bar, take away the kicks and the hi-hats, and let's take away 2 of the snares and the bass. And this is what we can do. Go to the master and put in a fruity EQ and put this preset on, the radio preset. Now if you play it, everything sounds muffled. Go to this knob over here, right click it, and click create automation clip. Now you can see that there's an automation clip over here. I'd like to bring it down. And now what you can do, pull this whole bar down so that the effect is turned off. Make 2 points like this by right clicking, and 2 points over here by right clicking, and just create this box in the section of that break. The low filter radio effect only gets activated at that correct section, and it turns off again when the new bar starts up. That's one thing you can do. Another cool thing is go to the channel where you've routed the melody and open up grow speed. So grow speed is essentially a classic lo-fi beat's best friend, in my opinion. There's so many things you can do. What I like to do is go to the presets and go to the turntablist. And this secret pattern 2, I think that's secret. Yeah, that's my favorite. So this represents 4 bars over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 4th bar is gonna have that turntable effect. I'll just show you. We are gonna automate that as well. Same way, right click, create automation clip. So this is gonna be the grow speed automation. Just like the other one, when the bar is full, it means the effect is 100% on. So make it 0, and let's just do it at the end of this little break we've made. So it's gonna sound like this. We have a break, we have a radio effect, we have a turntable stop. What else can we do? Another thing you can do is go to the melody again and add another grow speed. And in the default preset itself, leave the green on empty on the yellow, click 1 by 3, and we're gonna automate that. And this time we're gonna be automating this section. The last bar, just the beginning bit right there. So it'll sound like this. So what I'm basically doing is emulating an SB404. I'm pretty sure you've seen beat makers with their Roland SB404 and they're like doing all sorts of things while the beat is playing. I'm just trying to emulate that. And that's how you keep a dusty lo-fi track alive, in my opinion, without making it sound boring or repetitive. I hope this video has helped you. I hope you've learned a couple of things. And if you like the melody that I used from the lo-fi bundle that I was talking about in the beginning, I'll leave a link to it in my description. The bundle is $35, but if you buy it using the link in my description, you will get $15 off, so you get 3 sample packs for $20. And if you want to see what that sample pack has, I've done a full review about it, and I will link it right here so you can go check it out. Let me know in the comments if you like the beat, and if you have any doubts about the tutorial, please ask away. Like and subscribe if you like the video and the song, and I'll see you next week.